on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me.
It's Week 18 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Derek Carr. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Vikings and the Lions, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll start out with Jefferson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll go again here with Jefferson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, there's 3 guys up front. The nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here we go, here we go.
First down, Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Lions are 13-3 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And only a couple there as he'll take this out to the 47. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 8 and a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This one quickly into the hands of Landry. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On second down, a run with Jefferson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 16. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by Fickett, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Carr. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Carr throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Carr. That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. He's past the 30, and he will be out of bounds. So a clever idea on the run back, but the field goal unit able to stop him before he could really get going. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, as we know, they have already clinched the NFC North, a wild card game waiting for them to open the postseason, and they have earned the right to host at Charles in front of the home crowd.
And this is a division with a lot of history and legacy. And if you're a team to take the crown out of this group, you've already proven you're one of the names to watch in the NFC playoffs. I think they'll be an incredibly tough out in the postseason.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This one caught out wide by Landry. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo going to will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got man wide open. It's Landry. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run here with Jefferson. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Garoppolo. He's got it. Touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Fickett, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And it's still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Cook running right. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Man, sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again. The
return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and solo moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a round, too.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on it.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The Lions on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Jefferson. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one. Able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
Ficken's kick is good.
And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Jack Fox kicking off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now Carr. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 31, Carr. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr right back to Cook for another completion.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the 3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, gun.
Garoppolo now.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
I got you.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And the Lions first down.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Hey, cut.
Garoppolo again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. 2 touchdown passes for Kirk Cousins there. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles trying to hold on and claim victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions, and they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Hey, let's go, we're good. Brings up third and
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Only needing 2 yards on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's a run by Jefferson. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, you talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
They'll run a draw now with Jefferson.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll go right back to Jefferson.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. Get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo.
And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Picking on now for the point after.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
From the 10.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Open man is Samuel, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Carr. Got his... And a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Cook up the gut. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Carr. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
65.
And they'll run on 1st down with Jefferson.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Lions.
Straight ahead with Jefferson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after him.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamar Jefferson.
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Carr to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
For this, the second meeting of these two teams, you might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Carr now to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Carr now on 1st down.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Carr again.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Cook is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd and goal. Carr got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
A give up the middle to Jefferson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Detroit,
they finish things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3 regular season.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Minnesota,
they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as they close out a 6-11 campaign.
And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around.